Welcome to today's broadcast of Lumberjack Softball State Tournament action on KOFE 1240 AM St. Mary's. It's the Idaho High School Softball 2021 State Championships hosted by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the United Dairymen of Idaho. We would like to take a moment to thank our Lumberjack State Tournament broadcast sponsors and hope that you'll do the same. Without them, we wouldn't be here. Now to the field where Tim Parrish has the pregame and the play-by-play action live from West Park Field in Nampa, Idaho. Go Lumberjacks! And welcome, Lumberjack fans. Tim Parrish back here at West Park Fields in Nampa, Idaho. As today's games were supposed to start about an hour earlier, but due to the rain, they had to delay the start of the games to 11 o'clock, and we are just about 20 minutes away from the start of the games. 45 degrees, cloudy, and a chance of some rain showers today. Maybe a chance for the wind to pick up again as well. We'll see what happens, but it's going to be hopefully a good day for Lumberjack softball. They do have a tough opponent here that they're playing in the West Jefferson Panthers in this game. The winner of this game will move on to play for, for either a chance at the championship game or for third place. So if the Lumberjacks win this game, they would play later in the day. They would play for a chance to get into the championship game. If they would lose that game, they would then be the third place finishers and they would be done. So that is kind of the way it is set up. We'll take, well, let me see. I haven't switched over my stuff yet. So the Lumberjacks could potentially play 3 games today, because if they get into the championship game and they win that first game in the championship game, they would have to play a third time, because unless the team on the top part of the championship bracket has one loss.
Do you have a hazardous tree?
If the team on the top part of the championship bracket had one loss, then if St. Mary's was in that championship game and they won, then they would be done with the tournament, and the Lumberjacks would be the champions. If the team that would be on the top of the championship bracket had no losses and the Lumberjacks made it to that game, they would then have to beat that team twice. So there is a potential for, I believe, 3 games today for the Lumberjacks. Let's go ahead and take a break, though, and we'll come back. I got to find out where I left off yesterday in our sponsors, because I want to start up our sponsor list right there. So we will do that. But we will take a break, and we'll come back, and I will actually give you a little bit better breakdown of that bracket. This is the 2A Softball State Championships 2021, hosted by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the United Dairymen of Idaho, right here on KOFE 1240, brought to you by these fine sponsors of Lumberjack Sports.
Hodge Funeral Home has long been a community leader in St. Mary's, and Hodge invites you to come in and discuss final arrangement options before any crisis arises in your family. Hodge is knowledgeable, caring, and will suggest final plans that will fit your wishes and budget. And being a community leader, Hodge Funeral Home is proud to be a sponsor of this Lumberjack State game. We're proud of you and wish you all the best. Go Jacks!
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's. Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Bennewash, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric. And we are back. I actually had the wrong clipboard out and started that in the wrong spot, but that is okay. Anyways, Tim Parrish here at West Park Field, Nampa, Idaho. Lumberjack State softball tournament. And here's a look at the bracket. So St. Mary's started yesterday against Malad. They lost that game 10-6, and that put St. Mary's on the long way around for the championship. The Lumberjacks then beat Nampa Christian 11-9, and then they beat Declo. I forget what that score was, 6-2, I believe, and that puts the Lumberjacks into today's game against West Jefferson. West Jefferson, they won their first game, and then they lost to Malad. That put them back over on the same side of the bracket as the Lumberjacks, and West Jefferson had to play the winner of the New Plymouth and Firth game, with that being New Plymouth, and then West Jefferson beat New Plymouth, and that puts the Lumberjacks against New Plymouth. Against West Jefferson. The winner of that game will go to Game 13. Game 13 is scheduled to be played, well, it was scheduled to be played at noon, but it will be pushed back, obviously. And then Game 13, the winner of that game will play for the championship game. The loser will be done. And that is how that will work. And like I said, if one of the teams in Game 14 or in the championship game has no losses, then the team with one loss will have to beat that team twice. Malad and Bear Lake are going to be playing today for that championship part of the bracket. So that is a look at the bracket. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with more.
If you're ready for adventure, the 2021 Yamaha Wolverine XTR line is ready for you. XTR stands for Extreme Terrain, and that's exactly where these side-by-side vehicles take you. With standard features like a factory-installed worn winch, aggressive GBC Dirt Commander tires, and special edition paint. Visit St. Mary's Saw & Cycle to find the Yamaha Wolverine XTR that's right for you in either 2-seater or 4-seater. Learn more at YamahaMotorsports.com. Realize your adventure.
As the summer heat rises, our mind goes to things to keep us cool. Main Street Bistro and Espresso has what you need to set your mind at ease. Iced coffees, cold sodas, salads, and ice cream, just to name a few. So step in, cool down, and enjoy a crisp salad and iced coffee, or a dish of ice cream with many flavors to choose from. And if espressos and lattes are your thing, well, Main Street Bistro and Espresso has those as well. Main Street Bistro and Espresso on the Main Street in St. Mary's.
Where is the one place in town where you can get all of your hunting and fishing needs covered in one stop? The St. Joe Sports Stop is where. St. Joe Sports Stop isn't your ordinary gas station. It's the only place in St. Mary's where you can get your gas, hunting tags, fishing licenses, calls, scents, ammo, snacks, lures, drinks, and even a new hunting rifle or fishing pole if you want. The St. Joe Sports Stop has everything, even jerky making gear, seasonings, and cures. It's all at St. Joe's Sports Stop, your one-stop shop for hunting, fishing, camping, and more. St. Joe's Sports Stop in St. Mary's.
Nobody wants to talk about the dreaded septic tank backup, but anyone who doesn't live in the city on city sewer has probably experienced it. And if you haven't, your day is coming. If you're having septic issues and need your tank pumped, call St. Mary's Septic Service, and they will have you flushing again in no time. Give them a call at 208-245-4512. That's 208-245-4512. St. Mary's Septic Service wants to wish the Lumberjack softball team the best of luck at state.
Tax time is here again. I know, it's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your new Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is proud of the St. Mary's Lumberjacks for making it to the state tournament because they're her hometown's team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason why so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau. They have a complete line of insurance products including auto, home, commercial, and life, plus they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown teams. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's. When was the last time you stopped in Tabby Bell's Boutique, located at 934 Center Avenue, Suite 2 in St. Mary's? Tabby Bell's Boutique has way too much stuff to list in one commercial, so we'll do the best we can, but our best advice is to stop by and see for yourself. Handmade items, swimwear, hats and jewelry, soaps from the Idaho Soap Company, much, much more. Like we said, too much to list in one ad, so stop by Tabby Bell's Boutique, located at 934 Center Avenue, Suite 2 in St. Mary's, and see what they have to offer. That's Tabby Bell's Boutique in St. Mary's.
And we are back and trying to listen to kind of what the umpires talking about as they are going to play to an hour and a half, basically. If a game is not completed in an hour and a half, they will call the game after that completed inning. So that is kind of what's going on with that. I have some other information, but right now I am trying to get the lineup in so that I can have everything taken care of. But I think I'm okay at the moment, so I've got enough of them in, and I've got the lineup basically set up. So yesterday, the Lumberjacks, I wanted to give you a pitching breakdown for Tacey Watkins. If the Lumberjacks were to play, well, they're trying to see who's the home team. And I will see if I can get that knowledge here in a minute. I'm not sure. I think St. Mary's is the home team. So she had 18 innings pitched yesterday for Tacey. She had 84 batters faced, 337 total pitches, 36 strikeouts, and 11 walks. I was looking at stats for records for state tournament, and if the Lumberjacks did play 3 more games and Tacey Watkins struck out at least 10 each game, she would actually break that record for strikeouts in a state tournament with 66. The current tournament record is 65. So pretty cool thing there for Tacey Watkins to maybe have that chance to do. But they do got to win or play 3 games today. They are playing West Jefferson from Terraton. They are District 6 Nuclear Conference. They were the district champions, 20-2 in their overall record with an 8-0 league play. Number 3 in the power rankings, or in the number 2 in the coaches poll. They are one of the younger teams as well. 4 seniors, 5 juniors, 3 sophomores, no freshmen. They average 13 runs a game, and they allow 3 runs per game. They are head coached by Raquel Torgerson. And we have the national anthem, it looks like, coming up at the moment. So we will stand for the national anthem, of course, as they are getting ready to do that. I believe the Lumberjacks were the home team. A little bit of clearing off to the north of us, it looks like. Some blue sky. I don't know if it's going to last, though. Still waiting. We'll go ahead and take a break.
Why do I drink milk?
Milk rehydrates my body after I work out.
Milk has the protein I need to build muscle.
Milk helps me maintain a lean body mass.
Milk helps my muscles recover and stay strong.
Milk has the carbohydrates I need to re-energize.
Milk replaces important electrolytes that I lose when I sweat.
As an athlete at Boise State,
I learned that every sip
is a victory.
What do you drink?
What do you drink?
What do you drink?
Milk Victory, brought to you by United Dairymen of Idaho.
Looking for delicious home cooking before or after the jet boat races? Look no further than Timber Lodge Cafe on Main Street in St. Mary's. Timber Lodge Cafe will have breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday morning, try the chocolate chip peanut butter pancakes for breakfast, then stop back for a New York strip steak for dinner. Saturday, try their Southwest Chicken Club for lunch, and on Sunday, it's time for the Rifleman. You'll have to stop by to find out what that is. Timber Lodge Cafe, Main Street, St. Mary's. Killa Skate Shop in St. Mary's wishes the Lumberjacks the best of luck at state. Killa Skate Shop is your roller sports headquarters located at 108 North 8th Street in St. Mary's. From roller skate and skateboard service to actual roller skates and skateboards, parts, accessories, safety gear, and custom work. If it's roller sport related, Killa Skate Shop can help. Killa Skate Shop also has stickers and is a Thrasher apparel retailer. Killa Skate Shop in St. Mary's open Wednesday through Friday 11 to 5, Saturdays 11 to 4.
And we are back. National Anthem is done, and we've got some game action ready to go just about, as teams will be doing the warm-ups. I do not 100% know who is the outfield yet. I do believe it is St. Mary's is the home team, as Lumberjacks have their fielding gear, and I did just get confirmation from the umpire, as he did just tell the official scorekeeper that St. Mary's is the home team. So the Lumberjacks will be in the outfield first, and I will get you some more information here as we go. So let's see. Number 12 is supposed to be up here underneath number 32. Natalie Brown. Okay, now I'm trying to finish up the lineup in my tablet so we can get things going on that way. So just bear with me for just a moment. Once again, this is on our YouTube stream as well. I've not been able to share that to our Facebook page just yet, as I am trying to get things squared away here as far as things go. And it looks like we're just about ready to get things rolling, so I've got to finish getting my lineup done. The leadoff batter is, well, I can't quite see her name, Meacham, I do believe. I'm not sure where the flex is playing. So we've got things going now. I am finally squared away. First pitch from Tacey Watkins. Misses for ball one. I'll give you the lineup in the order here in just a minute for the Lumberjacks. So we got 3 balls right away from Watkins. Give you some stats and stuff too as soon as I can. That pitch is a strike 1, and the batter thought it was going to be ball 4. She started to head down the bag, and it was called a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Meacham. She fouls off the next pitch for strike 2. Runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The Panthers batting average .342 on the season as a team. Meacham's batting average, I don't know if I have that. That is going to be a fly pop up, and it's going to be caught by Kirsten Miller out of in foul territory for the first out. Miller caught right up to the edge of the fence to get that one, and that was Meacham. She is a junior and bats .440 on the season. So that will bring up batter number 2, Trinity Smith, for the Panthers. That first pitch misses for ball 1. Trinity Smith, .250 on the season. She is a junior. Next pitch is a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Trinity Smith, as Tacey Watkins is in the pitching circle for the Lumberjacks. Behind home plate, Jenna Holder, of course. Next pitch is fouled off, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. First base, it's Kirsten Miller, another senior. Sophomore Berkeley McGrill at second. At third, it is senior Jade Telford. Shortstop, senior Gracie Barden. Next pitch is in the dirt for ball 2. Left field, sophomore Stacy Mitchell. Senior in center field, Sammy Badgett. And Lexi Fuller is in right. And I don't remember if she's a senior. I think she might be. That one is fouled off. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes, and let me take a look at Lexi Fuller. Lexi is a sophomore, actually. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes to Smith. Nobody on for the Panthers and 1 down. That one is foul ball down the third base line. On deck for the Panthers will be Jordan Torgerson. She is the pitcher for the Panthers. That one is a ground ball right to Watkins. The throw to first in time for the ground out, and that retires 2 for the Panthers. That'll bring up Torgerson. She is the pitcher for the Panthers. Power hitter, I would imagine. She just looks like a pretty good softball player all around. She is batting in that number 3 slot. And let's take a look at her stats. Torgerson, 409 on the season. First pitch misses for ball 1. She has 1 home run on the year in a regular season, 10 RBIs. Takes a swing at the next pitch, and it is a strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Torgerson. On deck is Panchieri if Torgerson gets on base. That one comes across low, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike to Torgerson as the Lumberjacks try to get the 3 outs here with 3 up. That one's going to be fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Torgerson. Torgerson steps back into the box after the foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. That one's going to be high and outside. 3-2 count, full count now to Torgerson. Next pitch is a fly ball out to right field. And making the catch for the out is Lexi Fuller. And Fuller will retire the sides with that catch from right field. And it's 3 up and 3 down for the Panthers. Nobody on, and they didn't leave anybody. There's no errors, and there was no hits. Going into the bottom of the first, it is no score. The Lumberjacks will be leading off, or will be up, and it will be Jade Telford leading off when we return.
Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's is your one-stop farm and garden shop. Everything from pet supplies to livestock feeds and supplies, Triple X Feeds has. Horse supplies, they have that also. From saddle pads to bridles, Triple X Feeds can set you up. Triple X Feeds now has hay and alfalfa in stock as well as straw. Triple X Feeds, located at 130 East College Avenue in St. Mary's, open 8 to 5:30 weekdays and 9 to 5 on Saturdays. Triple X Feeds, a proud Lumberjack sports broadcast sponsor. Timber Country and the Country Fair in St. Mary's is having a Race the Joe sale this weekend. So be sure to stop by. Both stores located on Main Street in St. Mary's. Timber Country will have 20% off all Camp Chef products, as well as sales on multiple other items in store. From men's flip-flops and muscle tanks to assorted swimwear. Across the street at Country Fair, find great deals as well, with up to 20% off all bathing suits and deals on women's flip-flops and tank tops. That's the Race the Joe sale at Timber Country and the Country Fair in St. Mary's.
And we are back. Leading off for the Lumberjacks is Jade Telford. Telford, a Lumberjack senior. And her batting average, .404 on the season. Torgerson, the pitcher, she has a very good ERA, 0.94, less than a run per game allowed. That first pitch, though, is outside for ball 1. And on the season, she has only hit 1 batter. She's faced 170. She's only pitched 37 innings, though. 55 strikeouts for her. That one's going to be a foul ball hit hard by Telford. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Jade Telford for the Lumberjacks. Next pitch. Gets a little piece of that one and fouls it off. Makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Telford. I think Torgerson has a little bit of heat on her pitches. Tacey Watkins' grandpa has his radar gun over here, trying to see what the speeds are. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, and rings her up on a 3rd strike looking. as that one was a nice-looking pitch that Telford, I think, thought it was going to go outside, and it got that outside corner. That'll bring up Tacey Watkins this time today, batting in that number 2 slot, and they're going to call that one a strike. Watkins thought it was low. Strike 1 called. Watkins is 593 on the season, struck out 5 times in the regular season. I don't remember how many times she struck out yesterday. Next pitch is going to be fouled off, strike 2. Watkins has 9 doubles and 8 triples on the season with 34 RBIs. Probably added a few to that yesterday. Next pitch, going to take a hack at. She fouls that one back. 0-2 count still to Watkins. 1 out, nobody on for the Lumberjacks. Bottom of the first inning, no score. West Park Field 2A 2021 State Softball Championships in Nampa, Idaho. And Watkins watches that one come by just like Telford did, and that's a strikeout looking. 2 strikeouts for Torgerson. Lumberjacks have never faced her. I don't think they've even really got to watch West Jefferson play too much, so it will take a minute to time up this pitcher. Mitchell is the next pitcher in, and that first pitch is going to be a swing and a miss, as that one, it looked like her bat level was about right, but that pitch was at the end of her bat. That one's going to be fouled backwards for strike 2 as the Lumberjacks trying to figure out Torgerson. Torgerson looks like she has some speed on her pitches. This might be a pretty good pitching duel here this afternoon between these two teams. 0-2 count to Mitchell. Mitchell, I think that was a changeup. Takes a swing, strike 3, and that's 3 up and 3 down for the Lumberjacks, just like it was for the Panthers. Going into the top of the second inning, there's no score. Leading off for West Jefferson, it will be Maddie Panchieri. She is the catcher when we return.
Is your rig's check engine light on? Idling a little rough? Time for an oil change. Maybe you need tires. Stop by Jim's Auto Repair and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto Repair can take care of your automotive needs fast. If you have a dead battery, Jim's Auto Repair and Tire Pros can set you up with a great AC Delco battery. Did we mention tires? Jim's Auto Repair is an authorized Tire Pros dealer and can get you a great deal on tires for your rig. Locations in St. Mary's and Plummer. Jim's Auto and 95 Tires. Give them a call, 208-686-0425, 208-686-0425, or stop by today. If you have OCD, obsessive coffee disorder,
and we had to cut that commercial off. We'll go back to it, and we will run it at the beginning. It is Jet Boat Race Day, though. That was Shift and Grind's ad, and Shift and Grind is actually going to have a portable unit over at the Idaho Forest Industries Landing where the Jet Boat races are going to be taking off from. So you can get your Shift and Grind fix right at the Jet Boat Race spot. Panchieri will take the first pitch as a called strike from Tacey Watkins. Panchieri batting .500 on the season. She's a senior, 25 plate appearances, 22 at-bats, 12 runs on 11 hits. Next pitch is fouled off, strike 2. And she has 9 RBIs, 2 doubles, 2 triples. She has walked once, and according to this, she has not struck out on the year. So I'm not 100% sure if this is a complete stat number for them, but it might be. And that's going to be a dropped third strike. And Lumberjacks get the throw over to first in time, and they retire the first batter for the Panthers. It'll be Natalie Brown step into the plate now for the Panthers, a senior. Batting average is .333 on the year, 21 plate appearances, 18 at-bats. She's going to lay down a bunt. They're going to get the throw. Oh, Watkins waited a little bit long to throw that down to second base, or to first base, and she is safe with the bunt. I think they had plenty of time. I just don't know if Watkins didn't want to force the throw over there and have an error. So 1 on, 1 out. London Wood to the plate for the Panthers. 176 on the season. She is a junior. She's going to lay down a bunt down to third base line. This time they get the throw in time. The runner's going to try to go to third, and that's a bad throw. And a run will score on an error. So we will go with the sacrifice bunt for the out. down the third base line. The third baseman, Telford, gets the throw to first. They tried to get the throw to second, or back to third as the runner was going across, but the throw was a little bit off the mark, and that is going to be an error on the Lumberjacks. That brings a run across. So 2 down, nobody on the bases for the Panthers. 1 run across, top of the second inning. McKenna Neville steps to the plate, and McKenna Neville, number 12, is a junior, 348 batting average. First pitch is going to be low. Ball 1. Neville, 26 appearances at the plate, 12 at bats, 8 runs, 1 hit. 6 walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch. Her slugger percentage is only 0.83. Next pitch, high and outside, 2 balls, no strikes to Neville. Watkins gets her signals. Pitch on the way, outside corner, that's strike 1. 2 balls and a strike now to Neville. Next pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 2. And we've got a 2-2 count now. 2-2 count to Neville, 2 outs, nobody on. Next pitch on the way, that one's going to be down low. That'll run the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes to Neville. 3-2 pitch on the way, a line drive, it's going to be a nice knockdown by McGrill as she makes the dive to keep that ball from getting out into the outfield. So it keeps it to just a single, and it's a nice play by Berkeley McGrill for her second base spot as she was able to dive down there, get that ball in her glove. She just couldn't quite recover fast enough to get the throw to first. That'll bring up Taylor Peterson with 2 outs, 1 on. And that's Darcy. I don't have all the Lumberjacks batters up there. First pitch is going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Peterson. Peterson, a junior, batting .312 on the season. Next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Batter taking a little bit too much time out of the box. Steps back in. 0-2 count. Next pitch rings her up on a called strike 3, and that will retire the sides. There was 1 run on 2 hits, 1 Lumberjack error, 1 left on base. After 1.5 complete, it is the Panthers 1, St. Mary's none. Jenna Holder leading off when we return.
If you have OCD, obsessive coffee disorder, then stop by Shift and Grind, located in the green building right across the street from Jack's Pharmacy. Shift and Grind is a proud Lumberjack supporter and has something for everyone. From regular coffees, lattes, mochas, and more, Shift and Grind will keep your day going. Try a Red Bull infused or Lotus energy drink if you're not a coffee fan. On Lumberjack home game days, wear your Lumberjack colors and get a discount on your favorite drink. Shift and Grind now has indoor seating. Shift and Grind open 5 to 6 Monday through Friday, 6 to 4 on the weekends. Shift and Grind, 132 North 1st Street, right here in St. Mary's.
And we are back. I was missing one of our players there on the lineup for St. Mary's. I didn't have Sammy Badgett in there. They've got that all fixed up now. Jenna Holder steps to the plate for the Lumberjacks. She will lead off. She is batting .455 on the season. First time facing Torgerson, and it's a strike on a fastball down the middle. Today I am set up, at least for this game, right behind home plate just about. We will have to move if the Lumberjacks win because everything will shift over to the other field. Pitch on the way, a swing and a miss. That one was like a rise ball, and Holder swung right underneath it. Strike 2. The wind, the pitch, and Jenna Holder gets that one. Gets the bat on the ball, but it goes foul down the first base line. Our count is 0-2 to Holder. Barden on deck for the Lumberjacks. Getting the ball back over to the pitcher. A little bit of blue skies. I believe that's more or less to the north of us. Be nice to have that blue sky over the top of us. Next pitch on the way, high and inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Holder. Next pitch on the way. Oh, and that one was going to be maybe right about the right level on that outside corner, and she takes a swing for strike number 3. Got to get my second. Oh, I don't have the second baseman. I'm trying to think of for first pitch to not to Watkins, but to let's see, Barden. That one's going to be fouled off. First pitch was a ball. Second pitch is fouled off. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one, I believe, is in the dirt. Next pitch is also a ball. Haven't got you the outfield yet for the Panthers, as Gracie Barden earns herself a walk. So the outfield, we got Torgerson is pitching. We got Panchieri behind home plate. McKenna Neville at first base. Second base is J.C. Lounsbury. Third base is Taya Calder. Shortstop, Kimber Meacham. First pitch to Miller. Oh, and she puts a nice bat on the ball, and that thing was right down the line, and it drifted foul out of play. And it's just a long strike 1. That looked like it was going to stay in, and then it just hooked to the right and went right out of play. We thought we had maybe an RBI right there. It is just a long strike 1. So 1 out. Barden sitting over at first base for the Lumberjacks. Miller, a senior, she's batting. Next pitch low and inside is a ball. Miller's batting average on the season is .394. 75 appearances at the plate and 71 at bat. 15 runs, 28 hits, 35 RBIs, 9 doubles. Down low and inside, ball 2 on that next pitch. Miller has 9 doubles, 3 triples, 4 walks, and 12 strikeouts. That number you'd like to see flipped over. You'd like to see 12 walks and 4 strikeouts. The wind of the pitch, that one right at the perfect level. A big swing by Miller, and it's again foul, as she needs to straighten that one out just a little bit, and it'll be a deep shot. I think she's just a little bit late on that swing on that one, if I'm correct on that. Early, it would be fouling down the third baseline. Next pitch on the way. Oh, she's going to take a swing at one that was low. It's a drop third strike, but the base was occupied, so it doesn't matter. And it's going to be a strikeout swinging for Miller. Is that one down low in the dirt? She wishes she would have taken that one back, as it wasn't necessarily in the dirt, but it landed about on the plate. So 2 outs. That'll bring up Berkeley McGrill with a runner on. And outside corner, strike 1 to McGrill. Said Lumberjacks have not faced this pitcher. They've not really seen this pitcher a whole lot, so it might take them at least 1 round to kind of get up on her. And that's a big swing by McGrill. Strike 2, though. 0-2 count to McGrill. Torgerson gets her signal, looks in, rocks, fires. Down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes to McGrill. Waiting for the next pitch. On the way. And a swing and a miss. That was a nice pitch. And it is strike 3, and it will retire the side. St. Mary's, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base. After 2 completed, St. Mary's trails 1-0 to the Panthers. And it'll be the bottom of the order. Taya Calder, the third baseman, leading off when we return.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
Spring is here, and that means spring bear and turkey season, bass fishing, kayaking, and fun in the sun. Let Blue Goose Sporting Goods in St. Mary's be your outdoors headquarters. Hunting and fishing licenses and everything you need for the hunting season. Don't forget about pike and salmon gear as well. Also, the Blue Goose now has a walk-in cooler to store your big game. It's all at Blue Goose Sporting Goods in St. Mary's, where Craig Bryan and the crew wish the Lumberjacks the best of luck in the state tournament.
And we are back. Taya Calder leads off and swings at the first pitch, sends it out into right field for a base hit. And Calder, the number 9 batter, hits a nice little single line drive. Lumberjacks keep it from being extra bases, though. Back to the top of the order for the Panthers. Going to square around a bunt, and she's going to foul it off for strike number 1. It's Kimber Meacham. She flew out in her first at bat. So 0-1 count to Meacham. She goes to show bunt. I think she pulls it back for ball 1, and Taya Calder gets the stolen base. Over to second. She's going to square around a bunch again. And that one is a strike as she squared around a bunt. Coach Bitt, I could hear him giving some defensive numbers. Calls out there. That one's going to be fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes still to Meacham. Watkins' next pitch on the way. That is a high pop-up. Let's see if it's going to get out of play, and it does, right on top of the dugout for the Lumberjacks. 1 ball, 2 strikes still the count. As Meacham heads back. She flew out in that first at bat. She is the number 1. She's the leadoff batter for the Panthers. Watkins, next pitch on the way. It's a little ground ball that's going to get foul down the third baseline. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Meacham. Nobody out, a runner on second for the Panthers. Panthers lead 1-0 here, top of the third. It's a loser-out contest. Watkins, the wind, the pitch on the way. That is a high fly ball to center field. See if Sammy Badgett can make the play on it. She does, and the runner stays at second base, and that is 1 out on the high, hard fly ball. Brings up Trinity Smith, the right fielder. She grounded out in her first at bat. First pitch is going to be hit out into left field or right field. That'll get to the fence. 1 run will come across, and it'll be a double out to right field. With the RBI. 2 runs across now for the Panthers here. We are in the top of the third. They lead 2-0. That'll be Torgerson, the pitcher. She flew out in her first at bat. And she swings at the first pitch for a strike 1. Next pitch on the way. That one gets fouled back. Strike 2. 0-2 the count to Torgerson. Next pitch on the way. That is a pop-up on the infield. Watkins points to Miller and says, "That's yours," and Miller makes the catch for the infield fly ball. Batter held up on second once again. Maddie Panchieri to the plate. She was out on a dropped third strike in her first at bat. On deck, the number 5 batter, Natalie Brown. Panchieri getting some instruction from her coach. Now heads back to the batter's box. 2 down for the Panthers. Watkins looks in. The pitch on the way. A swing and a miss for strike number 1. Next pitch on the way from Watkins. Panchieri thought it was low, but it's a called strike 2. 0-2 count to Panchieri. Next pitch is a little chopper ground ball. Watkins scoops it, the throw to first in time for the ground out, and the Lumberjacks retire the sides. The Panthers do get 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left on base. Into the bottom of the third, the Panthers lead 2-0. And you're listening to the 2021 State Championship Softball Playoffs for 2A. And they are hosted by the Idaho High School Activities Association in association with the United Dairymen of Idaho. Tim Parrish on the call. We'll be back.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the Hot Deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
We are back. Torgerson has been a little bit of an issue for the Lumberjack batters so far in this one. Sammy Badgett leads off for the Lumberjacks here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Badgett batting on the season, .436. She has a double and a triple, 4 RBIs, 17 hits, and 26 runs. Waiting for the first pitch from Torgerson. It's a called strike 1 at the knees. All the batters for St. Mary's have taken that first pitch just about for it, and it's been a strike just about every time. Badgett lays a beautiful bunt down, but she is not going to outrun the throw. It was a gorgeous bunt, but it died just a little bit too close in front of the plate, and the pitcher, or the catcher, Panchieri, able to get it and throw it out down to first base. That'll bring up Lexi Fuller. No, that is not Lexi Fuller. That's Darcy Peel, and Peel swings at the first pitch for a strike. Fuller, the Peel, the designated player for Fuller. Fouls off the second pitch, strike 2. And let's see if I can get Darcy Peel's stats before. 375 is her batting average. That pitch is up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Darcy Peel. Back the top of the order if Peel can get on for the Lumberjacks. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll be 2 outs for St. Mary's. We'll see if the top of the order can't have a little bit better success now since they have seen Torgerson for 1 at bat. And Telford is going to foul the first pitch off for strike 1. Next pitch comes across high. 1 ball, 1 strike. To Peel. That one is high as well. 2 balls and a strike now to Peel. And she's going to swing at that next one for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, offering up at a fastball. 2 down for the Lumberjacks. And that one is hit into right field. It's going to drop for a nice double for Peel, or Telford. No, Peel. Telford. I'll get it right yet, everybody. So the Lumberjacks have a runner on. That'll bring up Tacey Watkins. Watkins struck out looking in her first at bat. On deck is Stacy Mitchell. Had to make sure who it was. Yesterday, Mitchell had her sweatshirt on pretty much all day long. Watkins waiting for the first pitch on the way. That's a called strike 1 down the heart of the plate. Watkins waits for the next pitch from Torgerson. On the way. And it is a foul ball right at the Panthers dugout. 0-2 the count. To Watkins. Watkins waits for the next pitch. On the way, and that is a hard hit ball into right field. And it's going to be bobbled by the right fielder. 1 run comes across as it's a RBI single for Tacey Watkins. And again, out into the right field side, almost all the way to the fence with that one. It brings the run home. And the Lumberjacks cut the lead to 2-1. And I believe that is Michaela Spray, the courtesy runner for the pitcher. Michaela Spray, a sophomore. That'll bring up Stacy Mitchell for the Lumberjacks. And a swing and a miss at the first pitch as Mitchell swinging for the fences. She has a couple of home runs yesterday. See if she can pop another one over the fence today. Next pitch on the way, and not swinging over the top of him, she won't. That's strike 2 on maybe a rise ball there from Torgerson. Mitchell down 0-2 in the count now. Torgerson gets her signals. The 0-2 pitch on the way. It's a ground ball. It's going to get past the second baseman, and Spray is going to hold up at second base. It's an RB. It's a single for Mitchell. On that ground ball up the middle that just got past the glove of the second baseman. That'll bring up Miss Jenna Holder for the Lumberjacks. Struck out swinging her last at bat. Like I said, though, St. Mary's kind of figuring out Torgerson's pitches now. And she's going to hit a little ground ball blooper to the second baseman. And they do get the scoop up in the throat first in time for the ground out. But the Lumberjacks do come up with a run on a couple of hits. So they cut the lead. It is 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. And the score going into the top of the 4th inning, it will be 2-1 in favor of West Jefferson. Natalie Brown, the center fielder, leading off when we return.
Where can you watch the jet boat races, camp, enjoy live music, and have fun? The Cutthroat Resort is where. The Cutthroat Resort, located at 18985 St. Joe River Road, is right on the river and offers a great viewing location for the Race the Joe action. The fun starts today and lasts all weekend long. Bands, boats, drinks, and food. The Cutthroat Resort on the St. Joe River is an RV park, a restaurant, and a full bar. Hours, Tuesday through Friday, 12 to 8 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Sunday, 12 to 7. The Cutthroat Resort on the St. Joe River in St. Mary's.
And we are back. And not going to give out too much, but I guess the jet boat race start has been delayed by a couple of hours. Not 100% sure of all of the circumstances for that, though, so I will not say anything more than that. First pitch to Natalie Brown. She squares up to bunt, pulls it back, and I believe it is ball one. Music on the nether field across the way. Next pitch is a high fly ball. It's going to be McGrill. No, it's going to be, well, it was going to be Kirsten Miller to make the catch, but the ball pops out of her glove, and right behind her for backup is Berkeley McGrill, and she has her glove in just the right spot, and she makes the catch for the out. So a little bit of a dodged bullet somewhat on that one. What could have been an error just turned into a pretty interesting play. That'll be one that the girls will remember. Swing and a miss, strike one to Miss London Wood for the Panthers. She bats in that number 6 slot, and she had a sacrifice bunt that sacrifice bunt in her first at bat. Next pitch on the way, swings right underneath the fastball, or maybe right above it, strike 2. One down, nobody on for the Panthers. On deck will be McKenna Neville. 0-2 count to Wood. The pitch on the way, and Watkins leaves that one in the dirt. Bowls that one over the plate. Might have been a strike in bowling, but it was a ball in softball. Next pitch on the way. That's a nice pitch. It's hit into right field. Drifting back is Fuller. It's all the way over her head, and it'll be a stand-up double. No, she's going to round to third. The throw is out of place, and the run is going to come in and score. I think the error was on Fuller on the throw in. A triple to the right field fence. And she comes in on the error. And that was actually, it recorded as a fielding error, but it was a throwing error. I got too quickly on pushing the buttons there to get that set up. So fielding error or throwing error on the Lumberjacks. That is a fly ball out into right field. Charging up on that one is Fuller. She makes the catch for the second out on that one. So she kind of redeemed herself a little bit after the throwing error. 2 outs for the Panthers. Taylor Peterson, the batter, runs over to her coach to get some instructions. They take too long, they might get an out called on them, because I don't know if that would delay a game kind of thing or something, I'm not sure. But they get it back over to the batter's box. Peterson struck out looking her first at bat. She squares to bunt. She drops it down in front of the plate. The throw to first is in time as McGrill comes over to cover, and it is a ground out. Lumberjacks do retire the sides. And one run does come across for the Panthers. It's 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and nobody left on base. 3-1, Lumberjacks trail, bottom of the 4th, and it'll be Gracie Barden when we return.
Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel Trucking is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture in St. Mary's for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs that quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking. Call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community staple and Lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
And we are back. I'm going to try to get my tablet set up here so I can see it without holding it. Gracie Barden leads off for the Lumberjacks. Walked her first at bat. High outside pitch on the first one, ball 1. Barden steps back in. Another high pitch, ball 2. Two-0 count to Barden. Next pitch on the way. That one's go. Ooh, I thought that was low inside, but the umpire says strike 1. One ball, or 2 balls and a strike. That one is inside tight. That's 3 balls. That one was at about belt level, but it was in real tight on the hands. 3 balls, 1 strike to Barden. Next pitch, she's going to swing at that one. It's going to be a miss and a strike 2. Runs the count full to Barden. 3 balls, 2 strikes. No outs, nobody on. On deck will be Kirsten Miller. In the hole, Berkeley McGrill. Next pitch on the way, and that's going to be a foul ball down the third baseline. Count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes to Barden. Barden waiting for the next pitch. It's on the way. And that is a little blooper, like a broken bat hit in baseball. It just goes right over to the shortstop, and it is out number 2. Kind of like a little line drive, soft, right out to the shortstop. Throw to first in time. That is out number 1. And that brings up Kirsten Miller for the Lumberjacks. First pitch, she's going to swing at that one and fouls it down the first base line for strike 1. Waiting as they get the ball back in. Miller steps out of the box, now back in, ready to go. That pitch is going to miss for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Miller. Torgerson toes the rubber. The pitch on the way, and that is going to be fouled off. That is strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes to Miller. Pitch on the way, ground ball right back to the pitcher. It gets just under her glove. Miller beats the throw as they don't even try the throw, as that's going to be a nice little sharp hit grounder that gets a Lumberjack on base. And that'll bring up Berkeley McGrill with 1 out. McGrill struck out swinging in her first at-bat. First pitch, she squares up to bunt. And she's going to reach for a high one. Should have pulled that back probably and let it go by as a ball. Strike 1. Berkeley steps back in. Squares around to bunt again. This time she pulls it down. And they're going to get the stolen base. Ball 1. Miller slides to second safely. Goes in head first. 3-1, the Panthers lead, bottom of the 4th inning. Lumberjacks have a runner in scoring position. The tying run represented right now at the plate, as that is Berkeley McGrill. McGrill, 1 ball, 2 strike, 1 ball, 1 strike count. Thought about swinging at that one for a second, holds up on it, and it is a outside pitch for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now to Berkeley McGrill. That pitch is going to be a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes to McGrill. Next pitch on the way, and she's going to take a swing at that one and misses strike 3. And that will retire McGrill back to the dugout. That'll bring up Sammy Badgett, who bunted in her first at bat. I don't think she got on with that bunt. It was just a ground out. First pitch, swing and a foul ball for strike number 1. On deck for the Lumberjacks is number 2, Darcy Peel. Next pitch on the way. And it's going to be a square up to bunt by Badgett, and it is going to be a strike. 0-2 count now to Sammy Badgett. Next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will retire the sides. There were no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. That was the bottom of the 4th inning. Going into the top of the 5th, St. Mary's trails 3-1, and we are at the bottom of the order for the West Jefferson Panthers. Taya Calder leading off when we come back.
Duke Ross Trucking in St. Mary's, Idaho is a proud sponsor of today's Lumberjack State Tournament game broadcast. Duke Ross Trucking wants to wish the Lumberjacks the best of luck in the state tournament. Remember to play hard, leave it all on the field, and most of all, show great sportsmanship in victory and in defeat. And most of all, go Lumberjacks!
We are Dairy West. That means we are milk people, family people, animal people, people people. We are environment-loving people, giving back people, job-creating people, and glass all the way full people. As your local dairy producers, we are more than farmers. We are Dairy West.
And we are back. Tim Parrish here at West Park Field. You're listening to Lumberjack State Tournament action on 1250 KOFE in St. Mary's. You might also be on our YouTube audio stream. First pitch to, I believe that's Taya Calder, and it is a strike 1 as she takes a swing. She hit a single in her first at bat. Next pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike to Calder. Next pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 2. We've got a 1 ball, 2 strike count to Calder. It'll be back to the top of the order with after whatever happens to Calder, and on deck is Kimber Meacham. That one's a bit high, and that one's going to be ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch on the way, high and outside, runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Calder. See if Watkins can get the out. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will retire Calder back to the dugout for the Panthers. That'll bring up Kimber Meacham, who has got 2 flyouts for her credit. One was down to the first base line. The other one was out to center field, where Sammy Badgett made the catch earlier in the game. Next pitch on the way. That one's going to be down in the dirt. That'll be ball 1 as it gets past, gets behind Holder. Again, it's a fairly cold day. Clouds rolling through. That one was high, a little outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Actually, it's a little bit colder today than it was yesterday, but the wind isn't blowing as hard, thankfully, because it would be even colder if we had that wind going. That one was high and outside as well. 3 balls, no strikes now to Meacham. I think it's only about 47, 48 degrees at the moment. Next pitch, that one's way inside. 4 pitches, and it's 4 balls and a walk for Meacham. That'll bring up Trinity Smith, who hit a double out to the right field fence in her last at bat. On deck, it'll be Torgerson. She's going to square around the bunt. It's going to be a strike. They can't get the throw in time. The ball is out into center field on a throwing error, and they're going to say eat it, as they couldn't get the ball back out there in time. I think that was a strike. And the umpires are going to talk about something real quick. So I guess stolen base to second. And then on the throw out to third, or second, where they're trying to get the out, we get a throwing error on the catcher, I think it was. And then we got a deep shot that's into right field. It's into the gap between center and right. It's going to be a triple or a double and an RBI by Tracy Smith. That's her second double of the game, and it brings in a run. That was just hit into the perfect spot between the right fielder, Stacy Mitchell, and Sammy Badgett in center field. So the Panthers have put a run across on the last 4 innings. That's Jordan Torgerson now, the pitcher. She fouls the first pitch back on an attempted bunt. Strike one. Torgerson goes over to her coach, gets a couple of instructions, comes back now. Runner on second for the Panthers with 1 out. Torgerson has 2 flyouts. She's going to square around for the sac bunt. The throw to first in time on the sacrifice bunt. Watkins to McGrill, who goes over and covers the bag. That'll bring up Pancheri, who dropped third, ground out. She's going to try to bunt, and that's going to be a strike one as it gets past the bat. They've got 2 out, so a sac bunt doesn't do them any good here. It's got to be a bunt that would put her on base if she's going to try to bunt. Now she might swing away. Nope, still squares up the bunt. Now pulls back, chopping ground ball. Going to get the throw to first. It is in time, and that will retire the sides. And once again, the Panthers come up with 1 run. As like I said a minute ago, the last 4 innings from the second to the fifth, it's been 1 run across in each inning for the Panthers. Lumberjacks need to start answering back. It'll be the bottom of the order, Darcy Peel leading off when we come back. The Panthers lead 4-1.
Heidi of St. Mary's Sandwich and Catering Company invites you to come in for a nice breakfast or lunch. St. Mary's Sandwich and Catering is open 7 days a week, open 4:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. weekdays and 3 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the weekends. For breakfast, try the Slumgolian or more traditional biscuits and gravy. If it's lunch you desire, Heidi's has plenty of sandwiches to choose from, and on Mondays and Thursdays, it's Bud's Big Burgers. That's Heidi's St. Mary's Sandwich Shop and Catering, located at 1117 Main Avenue, Suite 1 in St. Mary's.
And we are back. It'll be the bottom of the lineup, Darcy Peel leading off, batting in that number 9 slot. She struck out swinging her first at bat. After her, it'll be Jade Telford on deck. Back to the top of the lineup. St. Mary's trails 4-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Lumberjacks' 1 run was in the 3rd. As Darcy Peel steps to the plate for the Lumberjacks. That pitch is going to be almost hit her. It's down low and inside. One ball, no strikes to Peel. Next pitch is going to be fouled out of play. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Darcy Peel for the Lumberjacks. Next pitch on the way, and is a little fly ball that just gets under the glove of the shortstop, and it's going to be a base hit as my tablet falls over for Darcy Peel. I don't know if that's a line drive or a little pop-up fly that just went in the right spot. That'll bring up Jade Telford. No outs for the Lumberjacks. Top of the order. First pitch to Telford is ball 1 low. On deck is Watkins. That pitch is high and inside. 2 balls, no strikes now to Telford. Telford waits the next pitch. It's on the way, and it's a ground ball to the shortstop. Can they roll the double play? They will not. They just get the fielder's choice. The shortstop took that one and stepped on the bag at second. And Telford safe at first. Watkins' first pitch is low. Ball one. And we're going to get the stolen base by Telford. Close play at second. Going to get the stolen base. And Coach Torgerson, I think it is, wants to talk to the umpire. The field umpire. It was a very close play out at second, but they've called it safe, and I don't think they'll reverse it at this point, obviously. Two umpires, though, are going to talk. Still discussing, and they're still going to say safe. So Telford safe over at second base. One down, Tacey Watkins, 1 ball, no strikes as we resume play. Watkins making sure that the count on the scoreboard is right. Waiting for the pitch. Swing, and I think she fouled that one off. Strike one. Watkins waits for the next pitch. On the way, that one is going to be high. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Watkins. Next pitch on the way. Watkins takes a healthy swing for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Watkins. Watkins swinging for the fence on that one. Next pitch on the way. That one was down low, and she's going to take a swing, strike 3. And that'll retire Watkins. That'll bring up Mitchell, who is 1 for 2, a strikeout and a single. 2 outs, runner on second for the Lumberjacks, and St. Mary's trails 4-1 to the West Jefferson Panthers in a loser-out game. And that's going to be a nice hit by by Mitchell, and it will advance a run all the way around on a ground double out into center field. So the Lumberjacks cut the lead to 2 on the grounder all the way out to the fence. That'll bring up Jenna Holder. Holder would use a home run here. That would tie things up if she represents the tying run. Waiting for the first pitch. It's on the way, and she's going to take a swing and strike 1. That one might have been a bit low. Holder, I think, seeing the chance for a big hit, and she decided to swing right at that first pitch. She doesn't swing at that one, and she thought it was low, but they call it strike 2. Next pitch from Torgerson on the way, and it's a ground ball to the first baseman, and it will be in a ground out for Holder, and that will retire the side. St. Mary's does come up with a run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on base. It is 4-2, Lumberjacks trail going into the top of the 6th, and it'll be Natalie Brown leading off for the Panthers when we return right here on KOFE Radio and on our YouTube stream for our audio.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With this professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
Everybody likes free, and you can get free assembly and delivery. And I'm only able to get one commercial in between the innings because they're working pretty fast. They've cut the time a little bit in between innings to try to make these games get through quicker. We are only an hour in on an hour and a half time limit on this game. So Natalie Brown will be leading off. She bunted and had a fly out in her first two at-bats. On deck will be London Wood. In the hole, McKenna Neville. What the Lumberjacks could really use here is a 3 up and 3 down. Trying to see if I can get, not really, so that's not going to work. First pitch is low and inside. Ball 1 to Brown. Next pitch is a strike 1 called. 1 ball, 1 strike to Brown. Next pitch on the way, strike 2 called. I think Brown thought that was high in the zone, decided not to swing at it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Watkins has her where she wants her. The wind up, the pitch, and that one's going to be up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Brown. 2-2 count, pitch on the way. That one's going to be a high fly ball. It's going to be in foul territory, and it is out of play. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fuller tried to get out there and get to it, could not do so. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, nobody on. Natalie Brown. Next pitch is going to be in a troublesome spot in between shortstop and right field. That's a little pop fly single for Brown. Drops it just into the gap between shortstop and right field. Nobody could get to that. That'll bring up London Wood. Wood with a big triple out to the right field fence in her second at-bat. She had a sac bunt in her first at-bat. And she's going to go for that sac bunt again. The throw to first in time as McGrill gets over to cover. And it's another sacrifice bunt as the Panthers like to work that bunt game when they have somebody on base and nobody out. So the runner advances over to second base. That'll bring up McKenna Neville. She flew out in her first at-bat. Coach Bitterman given the defensive instructions. First pitch, and that's hit right to Barden. Barden is going to boot that ball, and everybody will be safe. We'll have to give the error on that one to the shortstop on the fielding. And everybody's held up at first and third, and that is the 4th error of the game for the Lumberjacks. Had a possible chance at a double play right there. At least would have had 1 out. Taylor Peterson up. She is a strikeout and a ground out. Takes the first pitch low. Ball 1. They throw it over to third base because Natalie Brown is just a little bit off the bag, so they keep her honest as the runner Neville heads over to second on a stolen base. Of course, St. Mary's is not going to fall for that and try to get the out at second necessarily. That pitch is swung on and fouled off, and it is out of play. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Peterson. Peterson, strikeout looking, and a ground out in her first 2 plate appearances. 4-2, the Panthers lead, top of the 6th inning. The wind and the pitch. Ground ball down the third base line. They're going to get the throw to first. Now they're going to go home. Everybody is hung up in between. Now they're going to get the out at second, and that is a double play for the Lumberjacks. And I don't remember where that play started, but it was a ground out. I think it was the third baseman. How does that run count? I don't know how that run counts, but they say it did. they say it counts. Coach Bitterman says okay. And this, I didn't think that run scored. But they say it did. So that is one run across for the Panthers. They've been getting one run across every inning except for the first inning. We will be back.
Everybody likes free, and you can get free assembly and delivery of your new grill from Hughes Ace Hardware in St. Mary's. Buy a Big Green Egg ceramic smoker, Traeger pellet smoker, or Weber gas grill, and Hughes Ace Hardware will put it together for you and bring it to your doorstep. All you have to do is fire it up and start cooking, all while relaxing in a beautiful Waterville patio dining set available at Hughes Ace Hardware. This upcoming Veterans Day, Hughes Ace Hardware will be honoring American veterans by participating in the 1 million flag giveaway. Hughes Ace Hardware, the helpful place in St. Mary's.
Gracie Barden leads off for the Lumberjacks in this inning, and she has a line drive and a walk. And now she has a one ball. That one is hit way high up, and the shortstop makes the catch. I thought that was going to go foul, but it was actually down that third base line. Shortstop gets over there and gets under it. I actually just said the third baseman on my stats, but it was Kimber Meacham from her shortstop position making that out. Kirsten Miller to the plate for the Lumberjacks with one out, top of the sixth inning, or bottom of the sixth inning. St. Mary's trails 5-2. And it's going to be a first pitch, swing and a miss, strike one to Miller. That last inning was one run, one hit, one error by the Lumberjacks, and nobody left. That pitch is inside. One ball, one strike to Miller. On deck is Berkeley McGrill. Next pitch on the way. That one's down in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike to Miller. Torgerson, the next pitch on the way. That one is up at about the elbows, and Miller thought it was going to be a ball. It's a called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Miller with 1 out and nobody on. Next pitch on the way. Miller swings under it for strike 3. And we've got a new batter for the Lumberjacks, as Daniela Dockery, the senior, comes into bat for Berkeley McGrill. First pitch is a strike. Next pitch to Daniela is going to be inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dockery. Next pitch on the way. That one right across the plate. I think she thought it was down low, but it's going to be a called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Dockery. Next pitch inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Dockery. Next pitch coming. That one's down low as well. Works herself into a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Dockery. Daniela Dockery, 478 on the season, 29 appearances at the plate, 23 at-bats, and she's going to strike out on that next pitch as she swung, and that will retire the side. No run, no hit, no error. Nobody left on base for the Lumberjacks. Top of the 7th inning, St. Mary's trails 5-2, and we'll be back.
Hodge Funeral Home has long been a community leader in St. Mary's, and Hodge invites you to come in and discuss final arrangement options before any crisis arises in your family. Hodge is knowledgeable, caring, and will suggest final plans that will fit your wishes and budget. And being a community leader, Hodge Funeral Home is proud to be a sponsor of this Lumberjack State game. We're proud of you and wish you all the best. Go Jacks!
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's.
And we are back. Final inning of the game here. Lumberjacks trail 5-2. First pitch is swung on by Taya Calder. It's all the way back, and Lexi Fuller loses it up in the air for a minute. It's going to be a double on the leadoff by Taya Calder, as that number 9 batter has had a pretty good day. She struck out once and has a single and a double. Back to the top of the order for the Panthers. See, the Panthers are going to see if they can get some insurance runs here in the top of the 7th inning, as Kimber Meacham steps to the plate for the Panthers. She is 0 for 2, a couple of flyouts and a walk. First pitch is into right field, and that's going to be trouble. That's going to go all the way to the fence. That'll bring at least one run in, and it is a stand-up double by Kimber Meacham, as one of those insurance runs comes across for the West J Panthers. I'm going to call that a line drive. The Panthers have their one run in the inning. They've been getting one every inning except for the first. First pitch to Trinity Smith is a called strike one. This has been a good hitting team. They've been able to get around on Watkins. That one's a ball. Watkins only has 3 strikeouts in this game. She's only walked 1. The earned run average for her in this one is 4.67. Next 2 pitches for balls 1 and 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Smith. Smith has 2 doubles. She grounded out in her first at bat. She has 2 doubles back to back after that. She swings on that next pitch, fouls it off, strike 2. We've got a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Smith. The windup, the pitch, strike 3 inside corner, and Watkins rings up. I think it's her 4th strikeout of the game. As I said, it's been this team has been able to find out how to bat, or they've been able to bat on Watkins. As a lot of teams have not had that much success, but I actually do believe that Torgerson pitches almost the same speeds as Watkins, so I think they might be used to that speed, and she's going to lace one out into center field. 1 run will come across, and that's going to be a double. No, she's going to round to third. Lumberjacks have that ball loose, so it's a double with an error for the Lumberjacks. So Torgerson gets over to third on a throwing error, I believe, by Badgett. 2 runs across now for the Panthers. They made up for that run that they didn't score in the first inning. They do send in a courtesy runner. I did not catch the number. It's not that big of a deal for us. And that one is a foul ball. I wasn't sure which way he was going to rule that one, as that one hopped the first base, but it was it was on the foul side of the bag when it hopped over and landed foul territory. So it's a strike to Pancheri. 1 out. Low on that pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike to Pancheri. A runner on third. That's Torgerson. And it's been 2 runs across for the Panthers. They lead 7-2. That is a high fly ball. It'll probably lead to a tag up. They're going to make the catch for the out. They make the throw in. And it is a fly out. The RBI as the runner scores. So 3 runs across in the top of the 7th inning for the Panthers, and they have got some of those runs they needed to cross for insurance. They lead 8-2. First pitch to Brown is going to be low. Ball 1. It's a bunt, a fly out, and a single for Brown. Next pitch is a strike. No matter what happens in this game, Lumberjacks came down here. They played hard all tournament long. That first game was the roughest game of the day for them. And today they do have 5 errors, but that one is hit into right field. Stacy Mitchell makes the catch to retire the sides for the fly out. But some insurance runs come across for the Panthers. They make up 3 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 Lumberjack error, nobody left on base. Like I was saying before that, the Lumberjacks, no matter what happens here in the bottom of the 7th inning, Lumberjacks have played hard all weekend long. They battled back from losing that first game yesterday. They had to win 2 in a row to get into today's game. They may have gotten a little bit of luck in game 2 where they won that one 11-9, and it got called a little bit early because of time. Nampa Christian, I believe it was who they were playing, was making some ground up on St. Mary's, but they did get that time called, and we don't know what would have happened, but it was getting really close. And then they beat Declo in a fairly close game. It was a close game early on until Mitchell in the top of the 7th hit a nice home run that brought in a couple of more runs and gave them a 4-run lead, and that got them into today's game. And then today they've played valiantly. They have had some errors today, a few mistakes here and there. I don't think those errors have cost them a ton, but it did hurt them enough in this game. It is the bottom of the 7th. Anything can still happen, but they are facing a pretty good pitcher in Torgerson. I would have to say that I think Torgerson pitches just about every bit as fast as Watkins, and I think that is one of the reasons that West Jefferson is having some pretty good success hitting against Tacey. And that plus Tacey pitched 3 games yesterday. She might be a little bit on the tired side with her arm. So in any case, it'll be Sammy Badgett leading off. She struck out swinging in her first at bat. Let's see if she can get on base here and get things rolling for the Lumberjacks. Sammy Badgett, a senior, swings at a high cheese there, and that's strike 1. Torgerson has only she's thrown 96 pitches. That's going to be right down the middle, and strike 2 as Badgett watched that one go by. So the pitch count really close. Watkins had 97 pitches. And Torgerson is just going to finish it barely over that. Little slap bunt. And I guess that was a foul ball as that one hits inside the box. So the count remains 0-2 to Badgett. See if Lumberjacks can make this bottom of the 7th inning interesting. And another foul ball by Badgett as she tries that bunt, slap, bat type of thing. And I think they just called Badgett out. I'm not sure. Maybe she was out of the box. I'm not sure. We're going to get number 9, Taryn Fuller, the senior, coming in to bat in place of, I think it was Lexi Fuller. She has a 1-pitch strike, and then the second pitch is low and inside, ball 1 to Fuller. Next pitch on the way, a swing and a foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Taryn Fuller. Torgerson, next pitch on the way. That one's going to be swung on and fouled back. Let's see what Taryn Fuller has done. 667, 13 plate appearances, 9 at bats for her. Next pitch to Fuller. Foul ball as she works her plate appearance. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Fuller. Top of the order, Jade Telford on deck. Fuller waits the next pitch on the way, and she's going to get a piece of that one. Foul ball once again. Taryn battling. Torgerson trying to get strikeout. Fuller trying to get on base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch on the way. And that one's going to be right over the top of the bat. Strike 3. Out number 2. And that'll bring up senior lumberjack Jade Telford. Telford, a strikeout looking, a double, and a fielder's choice. First pitch on the way, a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Next pitch on the way. High cheese left up high. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch on the way. Down in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike now to Telford. If Telford can get on base, it'll be Tacey Watkins up next. Bottom of the 7th, Lumberjacks trail 8-2 with 2 outs. Telford's next pitch on the way, and again, that one's left up high. 3 balls and a strike to Telford. Next pitch from Torgerson on the way. Oh, that was in tight, and I think, I don't know, I'm not one to question the umpires, but he called that a strike, and that was right in on the hands. That's a ground ball out to the second baseman, and the throw to first will retire the sides. That will end the Lumberjacks' trip to the state tournament a tad earlier than they would like to have been. I think that gives the Lumberjacks a 4th place finish for the Lumberjacks, because the Panthers will be now playing for a chance at getting back into the championship game. So I believe that's 4th place for the Lumberjacks. We'll take a break and we'll come back.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benoit, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
Myron Hodgson CPA in St. Mary's wants to wish the Lumberjacks good luck at state. Myron Hodgson CPA offers accounting services, tax preparation, financial statements, and business counseling to St. Mary's and the surrounding areas. Myron Hodgson CPA is located in the Mint Green building next to 208 Bakery on Center Avenue in St. Mary's. Give him a call today at 208-245-6551. That's 208-245-6551, Myron Hodgson CPA in St. Mary's.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Idaho. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Pete Shoe Dryers is proudly celebrating 50 years of keeping your feet dry, and Pete Shoe Dryers are proudly built right here in St. Mary's. Pete Shoe Dryers is a proud community and Lumberjack supporter and wishes the Lumberjacks the best of luck at the state tournament. Whether it's hunting, fishing, snowmobiling, or off-roading, Pete Shoe Dryers has a dryer to dry your gear, no matter if it's a pair of boots, gloves, or even a helmet. They can dry it. Don't fall for the imitations. Look for the real Pete Shoe Dryers at several local retailers.
Margie Gannon wants to thank the St. Mary's community and Benoit County for the continued support of not only herself, but of the community. Whether it's supporting your local businesses, supporting your local charities, or families in need, people of St. Mary's and Benoit County are always there to help. Margie also wants to wish the Lumberjacks the best of luck at state and wants to let you know that the entire St. Mary's community is proud of you and is cheering you on. Margie says, go Lumberjacks!
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oakes at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oakes a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255.
And we are back as the Lumberjacks do finish up in 4th place. I did get that clarified or confirmed. So Lumberjacks, they didn't quite end up where they would like to have, but they do get to bring some hardware home back to St. Mary's. 4th place finish, nothing to hang their heads low about. They played really hard all weekend long, all season long, and they finish up with let me see, they won 2 games yesterday, so I believe they were 23-4 overall on their season, and a great season for the Lumberjacks and the seniors on the team. A lot of seniors on this roster that will be moving on, and there's a lot of quality players going to be back next year to see if they can get down here to the state tournament. So like I said, West Jefferson had been pretty consistent. They put a run across in just about every inning except for the first inning, and they finished up with 3 insurance runs in the top of the 7th inning. St. Mary's able to get a run across in the 3rd and a run across in the 5th, and like I said, 8-2 the final. 10 hits for the Panthers, 6 hits for St. Mary's, 0 errors on West Jefferson. Lumberjacks did commit 5 errors, and that did get a couple of runs across. That helped out West Jefferson a little bit. 5 runners left on for St. Mary's, 3 runners left on for the Panthers. That is a quick look at the line score. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with some team statistics.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
Jet boats are back in St. Mary's for the 2021 Race the Joe Jet Boat Races, May the 21st through the 23rd. All the action kicks off Friday the 21st with the Show and Shine Boat Show on Main Street in St. Mary's from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Meet the racers and check out the boats. Racing action is Saturday and Sunday starting at the IFI landing at 10 a.m. both days as the racers will speed up the river to Calder, then back to the IFI landing. 2021 Race the Joe Jet Boat Races, May the 21st to the 23rd. The Race the Joe Committee wishes the Lumberjacks the best of luck at state. If you're ready for adventure, the 2021 Yamaha Wolverine XTR line is ready for you. XTR stands for Extreme Terrain, and that's exactly where these side-by-side vehicles take you. With standard features like a factory-installed worn winch, aggressive GBC Dirt Commander tires, and special edition paint. Visit St. Mary's Saw and Cycle to find the Yamaha Wolverine XTR that's right for you in either 2-seater or 4-seater. Learn more at YamahaMotorsports.com. Realize your adventure.
As the summer heat rises, our mind goes to things to keep us cool. Main Street Bistro and Espresso has what you need to set your mind at ease. Iced coffees, cold sodas, salads, and ice cream, just to name a few. So step inside, cool down, and enjoy a crisp salad and iced coffee, or a dish of ice cream with many flavors to choose from. And if espressos or lattes are your thing, well, Main Street Bistro and Espresso has those as well. Main Street Bistro and Espresso on the Main Street in St. Mary's.
Where is the one place in town where you can get all of your hunting and fishing needs covered in one stop? The St. Joe Sports Stop is where. St. Joe Sports Stop isn't your ordinary gas station. It's the only place in St. Mary's where you can get your gas, hunting tags, fishing licenses, calls, scents, ammo, snacks, lures, drinks, and even a new hunting rifle or fishing pole if you want. The St. Joe Sports Stop has everything, even jerky making gear, seasonings, and cures. It's all at St. Joe's Sports Stop, your one-stop shop for hunting, fishing, camping, and more. St. Joe's Sports Stop in St. Mary's.
Nobody wants to talk about the dreaded septic tank backup, but anyone who doesn't live in the city on city sewer has probably experienced it. And if you haven't, your day is coming. If you're having septic issues and need your tank pumped, call St. Mary's Septic Service, and they will have you flushing again in no time. Give them a call at 208-245-4512. That's 208-245-4512. St. Mary's Septic Service wants to wish the Lumberjack softball team the best of luck at state.
Tax time is here again. I know, it's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. When our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
And we are back here at West Park Field. Lumberjack season wraps up with a fourth place finish here at the 2A state softball tournament. And once again, a terrific season for the Lumberjack girls. Of course, lots of emotions out there for the senior girls on this team that just played their last high school softball game. But it was, like I said, a fun tournament. The girls played hard, and they battled their way all the way back to be able to play here today, and it was a good game with West Jefferson. West Jefferson ended up batting .357 here in this game. Like I said, they recorded 10 hits and 1 triple, 5 doubles, and 3 singles. They're a very tough team, very well coached, and they played very good. Take a look at the pitching for West Jefferson real quick. I didn't get a chance to, as Torgerson pitches the whole game, all 7 innings, 113 total pitches, and she had 13 strikeouts in this game, and she walked just 1 for 1 Lumberjack batter. Taking a look at the Lumberjacks batting, they had spurts here and there. They batted .222 in the game, recorded 6 hits and 2 runs. They had 4 singles and 2 doubles, so not a bad outing. The Lumberjacks, of course, you want your average to be a little bit higher. Watkins, she pitched all 7 innings today, and she struck out 4 batters, and she walked just 1, had 10 hits, and she had 97 total pitches in the game. So that was how this one went. Lumberjacks fall by a score of 8-2 to the Panthers. And just a real quick rundown of the seniors on this team that will be missed next year. Let me see, trying to pull them out. I had it marked up so we could have them. I want to kind of give a quick shout out to all these seniors real quick. Kirsten Miller, she finished the regular season batting .394. Darcy Peel, she finished the regular season batting .375. Sammy Badgett, she finished the season batting .436. Jenna Holder finished the season batting .455. Daniela Dockery, she batted .478 on the year. Gracie Barden, .304 batting average. Taryn Fuller, .667. And those are the seniors. Jade Telford finished up with a .404 batting average. And like I said, those girls will be missed next year, but there is some good talent still, of course, on this team. And they've got the pitching still with Tacey Watkins returning. They are losing their backup pitcher with Gracie Barden, or their second pitcher, Gracie Barden, being one of those seniors. So we'll have to see. I actually think one of the other pitchers that did get some pitching time with that varsity squad this year was Darian Todd. I do believe she is is a pretty good pitching prospect as a second pitcher for St. Mary's. So she'll probably get a role in that next year. But in any case, that's going to wrap it up for us. The Lumberjacks finish 4th place here at the tournament. We want to thank the Idaho High School Activities Association for what they do, the United Airmen of Idaho for their sponsorship of the state tournament. I also want to thank the host school, Nampa Christian, for everything they've done here at the state tournament. And, Legion season, actually. This is not the last baseball action we have this year because we do cover some Legion baseball as well. And American Legion baseball begins about mid-June, maybe early June. Actually, the first game could be scheduled on the 8th. But that's an away game for the St. Mary's Legion team. So that's going to do it for us. Have a great Race the Joe weekend. And I hear that they're about ready to get things going on the river. So enjoy the races. Go say thank you to all of our sponsors for the state tournament broadcast. And we'll see you next time for, it won't be Lumberjack action. It'll be St. Mary's Savage American Legion baseball action on KOFE. Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast of Lumberjack Softball 2021 State Softball Tournament action hosted by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the United Dairymen of Idaho. Once again, we want to take a moment to thank our state tournament broadcast sponsors and hope that you'll do the same. Without them, we wouldn't be here. And until next time, go Lumberjacks!